welcome to this 7th video in this series where I am recreating a board game, or proxying an entire board game called Legendary Encounters, an alien deck building game. So one thing I wanted to do, which I mentioned in previous videos, is I want to use my own artwork. I'm not a great artist, but instead of using the art, which is amazing, that's on the cards, I just want to do my own since I'm creating the whole thing. So I got to get drawing because there's a ton of drawings to do. So I think I'm going to start off with this card, the Chest Burster. All right, so I want to show an actor, I forgot his name. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to have him. Now, you have to draw. From the tutorials I saw, you have to start with simple shapes. So start with circle, his head, his body is like on the table, and his legs, I think, something like that. Gonna do a glob like that. I remember the teeth. Okay, put a little lip underneath here. He doesn't even look like he's in pain, so I'll make him yell. All right, and then burst. Okay, that's not bad, actually. There was an artist once told me, if you want to draw better, more accurate, use something. What was that thing?
This is a photograph of the alien from the movie Alien.
Oh, thank you. That's what it was. A reference. Use references. See, when I was a kid, I always thought if you approached an artist and say, draw a horse, he would draw something like this from memory. Now, I'm sure some artists can who study horses and always draw horses. But if he's never seen something or studied it, he's not going to know the anatomy. He's not going to know how to draw it. And that was a big revelation for me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that reference. I'm going to find a reference, actually, and do something like this. But this time I'm going to use a reference image. Okay, so that's a lot better. We got the streaking of the shirt. I mean, I still got to shade it up a bit. But, yeah, so there we go. There's our first drawing. I'm going to be putting on the card, and this one's going to be used for the Chest Burster. So I don't know what treatment I'm going to do. I might ink, I might watercolor. I'm not sure. I don't know yet. Right now, I just want to get the drawings done. So let's go through some of the drawings that I've already done. Like here's one, and this is something I want to work on. So this looks like Stanley Tucci, but it's really supposed to be the guy from the third movie. I can't remember his name. I'll put it in his character's name here. He's a great actor. He was in Seven and Star Trek Voyager. Fantastic, really intense actor. But it looks more like Stanley Tucci. So my biggest problem has always been likeness. I suck at likeness. So that's one thing I want to practice. Anyway, it should be fun. So I do have some other drawings that other things I was experimenting with. All right, so using Procreate. Oh, my pencil's not charged. This is the iPad 1. This is the first generation of the pencil. And oops, I didn't mean to do that. Could we leave, please? All right. So this is the first generation. So if you have a first generation, I had a few. What you do is take a warming pad and just warm it up. If you haven't used it in like forever, if it's not charging, and then plug it into your iPad and see if it starts to charge. I had to do that. These first generation pencils suck. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. So I did some practice. I practiced some drawings. This is the scene from the third movie with what's his name, that actor, where Ripley is smelling him because she could smell the what do you call it? The chest burster inside him, the egg that was planted. If we go back to gallery, and I also, there's one card called Jonesy, which is the cat from the original movie. So there's another one. So anyway, I might do some that are pure digital. but I want to stick with physical. And there's a lot of reasons why I want to stick with physical, but I'm old school that way. You know, I like physical. So looking at things I want to improve on, here's an old sketchbook I have. So just going through here, this is a lot of just doodling. I don't know if you guys tune into Twit, the podcast, Leo Laporte. This was years ago. I was listening to one of his podcasts and I pulled up a picture and started drawing because I really would love to get to better at likeness. Here's just doodles. Here's a nail clipper that was on the desk, a pen. I was trying to do realism. That one came out pretty good, actually, that pen. Here's a stupid ant. This was some image I found on the internet of an old guy. Some more doodles, guy in a boat. So the thing is, I'm not a great artist, but I think I'm better than the average person out there. Here's James Reimer from the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is a rookie season. So if you know how old he was, how long ago when he was a rookie, and you know how old this sketch is. Yeah, so a bunch of doodles, but there is one. I was looking through this book the other day, and let's see. I was practicing. This is before the pandemic, by the way. Oh, here's a Tim Hortons cup, the old style. Remember these? Yeah, just some sketches here. Hey, there's Steve Dangle. Here's Austin Matthews. So these are not recognizable people. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. So I was trying to do likeness from a stock photography thing here. And can you recognize who that is? That's supposed to be Obama, right? So I was, like I said, I was practicing a lot with trying to do likeness. Is there anyone else in here that you might recognize, like a general audience? But, this is Eugene Levy's son from up Schitt's Creek. And I think that's about it. Anything else in here of interest? Anyway, here we go. Justin Trudeau, young Justin Trudeau, just again, really sketching. Here's Boris, what was his name from the pandemic? The British Prime Minister. I can't remember his last name right now. So a little bit of kind of studies with that. Can't remember who this is supposed to be, but this is what was his name? I don't know, some political guy. Who's this? This is from some 70s kind of poster. Here's a Blue Jay. Go Blue Jays. What do we got here? No. Anyway, whatever. Little junk book. So let's go ahead and get started. So from the videos from this point on, I am just going to be drawing the universe of Alien. All right, so here we are. We're finally at the drawing stage of making this game. And from here on end, I'm just going to make videos of me drawing just a bunch of stuff. It's going to be xenomorphs for a long time. Now, what style am I going to use? I have no idea. Probably all kinds. I want to get back to watercolor. I used to be pretty proficient in watercolor. There's definitely going to be inking. I might finish them off in digital, some of them. Definitely all of them are going to get passed through a digital lens at some point. And using my Wacom tablet that I bought 12 years ago, probably use that. I also have an iPad with Procreate on it. That's where I made the cat. I think I mentioned that in the previous segment of this video. Anyway, so how long is all this going to take? Well, I have no idea. I'm just going to enjoy it. This is mainly for myself. I mean, nobody really watches this channel anyway. I just want to improve as an artist, and I want to practice things like likeness and just improve in general. And this is a game I wanted, and I'm not paying $400 for. As we said in the first video, it's going to come out to about 135, 125, something like that. In my previous video, though, I watched it. I don't watch my videos after I post them. I just watch them once when I'm editing, and that's about it. So I watched it the other day. I was on my couch, and I saw it, And I clicked on it, and what a mess. And I didn't use, usually when I create a video, I have bullet points, and I talk through those bullet points, kind of like what I'm doing right now, to tell you the truth. But that video was just everywhere. It was just all over the place. I didn't use any bullet points. I was trying to explain when it comes to, P&P or print and play games, or if you want to do proxy cards like I'm doing, there's a method of cutting out the cards, which a lot of people who make print and play games, like Desolate, the one I used in that example, it's a pain in the ass because they don't put crop marks on the corners. That's essentially what I was trying to say. And I was just rambling and jumping back and forth between Galdor's Grip, which by the way is a great game. And also they lay out the cards properly. So anyway, it was such a mess. I wanted to redo it and delete it, but I'm just going to keep it up as a reminder. I am going to create a video though of me making some print and play cards, not for this game. It's for another game that I have called Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game, which I love. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it plays really good solo. So I made some cards for it. There's an expansion for the game, which is just a handful of cards, and they don't get shuffled. So it doesn't really matter on the thickness or how you make them. So I made those cards. I decided, you know what? Instead of making Galdor's Grip like I was going to, I'm still going to make Galdor's Grip, but I took advantage of that and I filmed it and showed the process of me making my own cards, I guess you could say, my own proxy cards. So yeah, that'll give you better insight into making cards. Of course, those cards are double-sided, and there's a technique I use. It might be interesting to you if you're into print and play. But anyway, so going forward, yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be a lot of drawing cards. I am going to maybe, fifth video in or so from this point on. I might start printing out cards as I get them done. For example, the Queen cards, they're all the same card. I'll post it here. I love the image. So I'm going to do something along those lines. There's some cards in this game. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I don't want, it's going to be my own interpretation. But these cards, for example, the Queen cards, they are fantastic. I just love that angle. And the good thing is it's 36 cards, I think, but they're all the same image. It's just the text that changes. So maybe I'll print those first. And then I'll just show the process of making those cards. Mind you, I'm not doing a backing, so I don't know if there's even a point of showing that. But yeah, I'll give an update as the cards are being made is basically what I'm saying. And yeah, I might take this opportunity with these drawing videos to just talk about stuff like AI. AI is a good topic. We'll leave that for another video. So yeah, so right now I'm just finishing off this Queen here. I started with the Queen. I got some reference off screen. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Am I going to ink it? Am I going to scan it and, mess around with it digitally? I don't know yet. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of different styles and a lot of different things I want to try. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.